Good morning, boys and girls. Happy Friday. It's so nice to see you. And I'm here with Sarah, and she's actually right down here next to me. She's all ready for her story, and she can't wait. So I'm going to start to read, and then we'll see if she comes up and she can say hi to you again. I'm going to read a letter, actually a book about letters. It's called The Jolly Postman, or Other People's Letters. It's by Janet and Allan Ahlberg. And it's a great story about a bunch of letters that the postman or the mailman is taking around. Once upon a bicycle, so they say, a jolly postman came one day from over the hills and far away with a letter for the three bears. I bet you all know that story of Goldilocks and the three bears. And it says, Mr. and Mrs. Bear, Three Bears Cottage, the woods. And then we're going to read all the letters and see what they say. And it's a real live letter. It says, Dear Mr. and Mrs. Bear and Baby Bear, I'm very sorry indeed that I came into your house and ate Baby Bear's porridge. Mommy says that I shouldn't have done that. But Daddy says he will mend the little chair. Love from Goldilocks. P.S. Baby Bear can come to my party if he likes. There will be 3 kinds of jelly and a magician. So Goldilocks was writing to the 3 bears. So the bears read the letter, except for Baby Bear. He just listened. And the postman drank his tea. And what happened next, we'll very soon see. Off went the postman, toodaloo, in his uniform of postal blue, to a gingerbread cottage and a garage too, with a letter for the wicked witch. It says, Occupant, gingerbread bungalow, the woods. Open now, do not delay. This could be your lucky day. And let's see what's inside for the witch. And it looks like it's an advertisement for all kinds of different things that a witch might need, like a Halloween boot or some funny Halloween socks from the wizard. There's frog powder. Just add water and there's a frog. So it's all kinds of different things that the witch can order. So it's an advertisement. I think sometimes you get them in the mail. So the witch read the letter with a cackle of glee while the postman read the paper. But he left his tea. It was green. I guess he didn't want green tea. Soon the jolly postman, we hear tell, stopped at a door with a giant bell and a giant bottle of milk as well, with a postcard for, guess who? Who do you think lives there? It says, Mr. V. Big, Mile High House, Beanstalk Gardens. Do you know the story of Jack and the Beanstalk? Let's see who it's or what it says. Oh, it's a special postcard. And on the postcard it says, Thinking of you from Magic Carpet Tour. And it says, Dear Giant Big, having a nice time. Me, my mom, and your hen who lays golden eggs. It's better than traveler's checks. Saw a man as we were flying down. He was bigger than you. I took a note of his address. Take care of yourself and your talking harp. I'll be back for that one of these days. I shouldn't wander. Bye for now, your very little pal, Jack. So that was from the story of Jack and the Beanstalk. So the giant read the postcard with the baby on his knee, while the postman wet his whistle with a thimbleful of tea. I wonder where the postman's going next. Once more on his bicycle, the postman rode to a beautiful palace, so we've been told, where nightingales sing and a sign said sold, with a letter for Cinderella. What a surprise. And it says to Cinderella at the palace, Half Kingdom Road. Let's see what's inside this one. Oh, there's 2 different things. We'll first read the letter. It says, Dear Princess, we at the Piper Press hope soon to publish a little book for younger readers in celebration of your recent marriage to Prince Charming. A copy of this book is enclosed. We trust this somewhat shortened version of Your Highness's most marvelous tale will not displease you. We also trust that you will be comfortable in your new home and live happily ever after. Your humble servant and loyal subject to be, Peter Piper, Managing Director. And they left her, or they sent her a book, and I guess they're going to publish her story about Cinderella. And there she is with the story with her 3 stepsisters, right? And then how she had a fairy godmother, and she had a special carriage, and she met the prince, and then she left her shoe. And he came looking for whoever fit the shoe, and he found it was Cinderella. So I guess they're going to publish or make her story into a little book, and they mailed that to her. So Cinderella read the little book. The postman drank champagne, then wobbled off on his round again, and again, and again. Later on, the postman, feeling a bit hot, came upon a grandma in a shady spot. But Grandma, what big teeth you've got! Besides, this is a letter for, I wonder who it's for. It's for B.B. Wolf, care of Grandmother's Cottage, Horner's Corner. It's not really a grandmother. Do you know the story, right, of the big bad wolf? So let's see what this letter says. It says, Dear Mr. Wolf, we are writing to you on behalf of our client, Miss Little Red Riding Hood, concerning her grandma. Miss Hood tells us that you are presently occupying her grandmother's cottage and wearing her grandmother's clothes without this lady's permission. Please understand that if this does not stop, we will have to call the woodcutter, and if necessary, all the king's horses and all the king's men. Yours sincerely, Harold Meany. So they wrote the big bad wolf a letter telling him that he probably should stop living in the grandmother's house. So Grandma read the letter and poured on the tea, which the not-so-jolly postman drank nervously. Now the jolly postman, nearly done, so this is a story, came to a house where a party had begun, and on the step was a bear with a bun, but the letter was for Goldilocks. It says, To Goldilocks, 24 Blackbird Road, Banbury Cross. Shall we see what it says inside? It's a birthday card, and it says, 8 today, birthday wishes. Pat a cake, baker's man. Bake me a cake as fast as you can. Carry it in on a beautiful plate and light up the candles. Today I am 8. To Goldilocks with love from Mrs. Bear and Baby. And then they gave her some money. It's a £1 note from Bank of Wonderland. So Goldilocks put the money in the pocket of her dress, asked the postman to her party, and of course, he said yes. And once upon a bicycle, so they say, a jolly postman came one day from over the hills and far away, and went home in the evening for tea. And looks like he's reading his mail. The end. So Sarah and I picked this book today because we thought it's a perfect time for you to be writing letters to all the people that you can't be with right now. I know I got a letter the other day, and I was so excited just to get a letter. And I bet you could have a minute or two free today, and you could think of somebody that you could write a letter to. It could be a friend across town. It could be grandma or grandpa in another state, or it could be anybody you could think of. And you can see from this book, people were very excited, except maybe the big bad wolf, about getting a letter from somebody else. And it's just such a special way of expressing that we care about somebody and that we're thinking of them. And it's something that we've not really done much. And I think now is a great time to sit down and write a letter if you have time today. And I'm going to have Sarah come on back, and she's going to say goodbye to you. And we hope you have a wonderful Friday. and we'll see you next week. And we're going to talk a little bit about Earth Day in the book that we read to you next week. So have a wonderful weekend, and I'll bring Sarah over to say goodbye. Okay? Sarah, come here. Come here. Actually, I have a friend. Come see Snoopy. This is her Snoopy, by the way, who my children at St. Andrews all have met, but Sarah loves her Snoopy. And she's going to take him off and say goodbye. Say goodbye, Sarah. Can you say goodbye to everybody? She's going to take her Snoopy and head off to take a little rest. And then maybe we're going to write a letter. Bye.